Internet people!
Welcome to another episode of Dragnalysis,
the show where we break down RuPaul's Drag Race from the perspective of two English nerds who also like feminism and cats.
Yeah.
This week we're going to be watching episode 5 of RuPaul's Drag Race, and the challenge is going to be Gays Anatomy. What do you think about the overacting challenges, Ashley?
I love them.
Right!
They're probably one of my favorites, next to Snatch Game, so I'm really excited.
This will give us a chance to see who's got some acting chops and who doesn't know the difference between a sequin and sequence.
Are you saying sequin or
sequence dress?
Sequin dress, I think is what you mean.
So keep watching and we'll break down what we see here on this episode, and if there's any unique and interesting phenomenons that we notice psychologically, or, you know, maybe we'll just talk about boobs and butts again.
Yeah. Never know what'll come up in this.
Yes!
So what do you like about the show?
It's hilarious, first of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, I just think drag is something not a lot of people talk about, or like, it's so foreign, and I feel like it should be normalized. Like, I don't think people should be ashamed of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's something that is really unique, and like, you have to have a lot of fucking talent to do it. What about you?
Really been drawn to kind of like what makes a human being and what are the extremes of that, and I think that drag is one of those, something we can really learn from. I think everybody as a kid likes to play dress up. It's not a girl thing or a boy thing or a gender or sexuality thing. It's just play, and the ability to play and inhabit another type of person for a while, I think is really therapeutic and is something that we all can learn from.
I would agree with that. As a mom of a 3-year-old who was constantly running up to her room and grabbing new clothes, definitely.
Right, and what do you think kiddos get from playing dress up? Like, why do you think they do that?
I think it allows them to express themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They don't expect that they're going to be judged by it like you and I would.
Right. There's not like that pressure, and what does it matter if a 3-year-old decides that she wants to wear her Halloween costume in May?
It doesn't matter at all.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, if I went out in my Halloween costume in May, I'd probably get some pretty weird looks.
Probably.
Ha! Ha! I'm acting.
I think it makes a lot of sense that there's always sort of an acting challenge with RuPaul's Drag Race, because I think that drag and acting are so intertwined. Like, obviously, historically, men have played female roles as actors for forever and ever.
That dates back to like medieval times.
Right, and then if you want to go into Eastern culture and look at kabuki, it's same thing. Like, that's something that's been around forever.
I think it also allows them, the contestants, to like express themselves in a way that we haven't seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can express yourself with fashion, but I think acting is just a whole new level of it.
Right, because I feel like fashion is sort of like the aesthetics is just one side of it.
Yeah.
Versus when you're doing an acting challenge, you have to fully embody something or someone.
Exactly. Do you think we're going to be surprised by anyone?
What you were able to do was find peaks and valleys in the performance. I didn't know how much you had to offer.
I just want to say I was chosen last.
Yeah, she was as fuck.
Or do you think someone that we think is going to do really well is actually going to not do that well?
Town ladies sing this song. Cut!
I think that's an interesting question, because I think both of those things have historically happened in RuPaul's Drag Race, where maybe there's a contestant that seems really strong. Like, personally, I think Jackie seems really strong. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's a contestant who knows what she's doing and like has good stage presence and probably could come through and really bust out of this competition in this area.
I would agree.
Is there anyone you're kind of concerned about?
I'm a little concerned about Nikki.
Mm-hmm.
She's just given off a very kind of quiet vibe, but maybe she'll be one of the ones that comes back and really blows us away.
What worries me about Nikki is that at times I feel like she has an almost defeatist tone,
Yeah.
which makes me really sad.
Yeah, she definitely seems like maybe one that's in her head a lot.
Yeah. I think part of that for her seems to be the experience of somebody who's French living in a different country.
Yeah, true.
You're an American who has lived in another country.
Yep.
What was that experience like for you?
It was daunting at times,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Living in Ireland for 4 months, I mean, it's similar kind of to like people here and everything, but there are the differences.
Language is the
the
same.
Language barrier. There is a barrier though, because the accents are
The
very heavy.
Yep, I hadn't thought about that.
Yep, and different slang words, and then just the culture being pretty different.
Mm-hmm.
Just like basic things.
Did you find that the humor was different?
Yeah, they like to banter. You've been abroad too. What would you say?
I think, when you come into a country, you also bring all of the baggage associated with your country with you.
Yeah.
And so that's something I felt really a lot when I was traveling during George W. Bush's presidency.
I was in Ireland during 2016, beginning of 2016, so yeah, that was pretty much the first question I would be asked when I met someone and they found out that I was from the US. They'd be like, oh, you're from the US, what do you think about Trump? And I'm just like, no comment.
To, hey, there's this asshole we don't like.
Yep.
That's your fault. Fuck you.
Yeah, basically. That's basically how it is, though, and sometimes it can get scary.
Yeah. For the record, I don't blame anyone who had that negative reaction.
No.
I agree with that negative reaction. It's just sort of like this helpless feeling, especially when you're abroad, when you're like, oh, like I agree, but there's not, like, I can't do anything right now to fix it.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm just so sorry and embarrassed.
Yeah.
So I think if some of that is kind of what's happening for Nikki, there's this baggage of French people are snobbish, so are people gonna think that I'm snobby regardless of what I say?
Right. And I think, like she said before too, the language barrier was a big thing holding her back.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if she just kind of lets go of that, I think it would be funny.
Yeah.
B, to let her show who she is instead of holding back so much.
Yeah. I mean, I think she should just like switch into French when she runs out of English stuff to say. Like, I think plenty of bilingual stars do that all the time.
Yeah, definitely. Was our first anal joke?
How many times do you think they can fit anal into a medical scene?
Tell me, is there an anal option?
Yes!
I think it would have worked better to have the second Meredith be completely different looking than Gigi. Like, I think they should have picked somebody of a different race, somebody of a different size, like, just totally
different.
Like,
that would have been more effective.
I want to see Violet Chachki become Latrice Royale. That's the switch that I want to see.
Yes.
The big face baby skit, I love it.
Yeah.
I never don't love it.
She's
literally spitting in her face. Her mouth is open too.
Oh no.
Spitting directly in her mouth. So what I was talking about is called complex grief. When you lose somebody in your life and you don't get a chance to fully experience closure, where for some reason something is still left undone. And it's one of the hardest things to cope with. It just feels like it goes on forever. And there's no clear path. A lot of times there's no clear ritual or way to process that grief, which is very real.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's especially compounded when you're talking about a relationship where there was some discord or some fear of not being able to be accepted, that giant question mark that just can't ever be answered by that person's passing, the other person carries forever, essentially. I think it's really important that the queens are able to share stuff like that and feel validated. I think it's really common in the queer community to have some sort of family discord from death, differences in beliefs that tear people apart or what have you. The ability of this show to sort of be a surrogate family, I think, is tremendously helpful for many, many people, not just the contestants, but the people watching as well.
I would agree. I feel like it's important to be able to feel like you can open up instead of feeling like you have no one to talk to.
Right.
Especially because aren't they like super isolated and they can't like talk to their family and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like building the kind of relationship with the other contestants where you can feel like you can open up like that is important.
Have that comfortability and that ability to share those honest moments that, I mean, she probably needed to get that off of her chest, right?
Yeah. That's like what happened with Roxy. Like she just really needed to get that off her chest, and it was pretty clear that needed to happen.
Yeah.
My mother left my sister and myself at a bus stop when I was 3. And I remember it like it was yesterday, and then like I come off as this strong character. I try to stay so strong, but it was so weak at the same time.
And that made a huge impact. Like I feel like on the viewers and also within the show from like then forward.
Right, because once you do that, you then give permission to somebody else to do it later down the road.
Yeah.
You know, if Roxy wouldn't have shared her story, who knows if other contestants would have felt comfortable to share things like their HIV status, or that they've been sexually assaulted, or that they were recovering from an eating disorder. Right? And all of those moments, I think, as viewers are really important and empowering, and brought a level of awareness to things that really needed to be made aware of, especially within this community. Something that I think people don't always realize is that it takes emotional work to maintain secrets and lies. Like, it's not easy. It's something that generally is an active process. It's something that, you know, doesn't generally come innate to people. And so I think a lot of times those contestants are spending all this energy trying to keep this secret damped down. And then when they finally let it go, it's like, oh,
yeah.
Now I finally have this much more energy and space in my mind to just focus on why I'm here in the first place. And that's when we get a chance to fall in love with them as a viewer, is when they get to be themselves. Like Alyssa Edwards, Latrice Royale, Adore Delano, like completely different human beings, but we're all genuinely themselves, which made them really, really loved.
Yes!
I really like this cutout from Britta, where it's the garters. It's kind of like assless chaps, but in the front and the back.
It's like a party.
Yes, party in the front and the back. Like, I love it. I'm loving Jackie's outfit, very Middle Eastern. Like, I just like imagine her doing a belly dance. I love everything about it. I like that Jan's doing the Nairatu run. God damn, she looks fabulous.
She could literally make anything look fabulous.
Does Gigi never not look perfect?
I don't think it's possible. Yes.
Oh, yes. Heidi's giving us pride.
That is gorgeous.
She looks beautiful. The hair is big. The lips are gorgeous. The makeup looks soft. This is a very different look for Crystal Method. Looks like she changed her makeup a bit, looking more feminine. Okay, I'm a big fan of the Silence of the Lambs moth on her mouth. I have one of those tattooed on my back, so maybe I'm a little biased. Let me name all the things I love about this. I love the cape, I love the green, I love the hair, I love the pink, I love the polka dots in the middle. It's beautiful.
Yes.
Ultimately, like, drag is magic. That's the fun of it.
Yeah.
Is that you're seeing something different than what you expect. You know there's some sort of trick, but you don't totally understand how it works. You just know that it looks cool.
Exactly. Petition to add to the drag rulebook that drag is now considered
Yes!
I feel like the overacting challenge is a great place for literally everyone to shine, because if you get a long part and you do really well, then you did amazing. That's great. And also, if you get a short part, but you just come in and punch it, people have won from doing that as well. So I think that, failing to really show off your strengths in the acting challenge is a missed opportunity.
I would agree with that.
I am so here for the gay medical puns.
Yes.
Homotoma? Nice.
Why does this sound like an episode of SpongeBob with the chocolate?
It does!
Right? Chocolate!
Seeing a lot of good dead body work here.
Yeah. I feel like that's a good theme this season. I was a little worried watching the rehearsal.
Yeah.
But it actually wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I think they worked most of it out. Kind of two ways you could go. You could pick your biggest competition, or you could pick the weakest competition, or what I probably would do is pick the person I found the most personally annoying.
True. Yeah.
Just to be honest. Because, it's... If you're there, it's your game. You want to win for you. So I would pick the person I would want to be there. What would you do?
Yeah, I think I would think about who was in my head a lot or trying to sabotage me and go that way.
Right.
Just because you don't want to focus on that. But I feel like some people are just naturally like that, where they just try to get in your head.
Right.
And they're doing it deliberately.
But if it's distracting you, I think that's fair enough reason to be like, no, bye.
Exactly. If my time is being more focused on what somebody else is doing to me, or maybe even to somebody else, that's the person I'm gonna be like.
Gigi was robbed.
Yeah. What is going on this season?
I think it's gonna be Nikki and Heidi in the bottom, and I really like both of them, and that makes me sad.
Me too. Is there anyone safe that you felt shouldn't have been safe?
It's gonna sound mean, but I thought Jackie was on the edge. I wouldn't have been surprised if she would have been in this sort of more bottom half. It's because I think there were some missed opportunities, and I felt the same way about Jan.
Yep.
So unfortunately, we got Nikki and Heidi, both personal favorites, I'd say.
Me too. Heidi is definitely my number one right now. She's my favorite.
Yes!
But see, look, Heidi's having fun. Heidi's pulling out different tricks. Heidi's giving great face.
You can just tell that she wants it.
Yep. Versus it kind of looks like Nikki's still in her head.
Yep.
I have never, ever on RuPaul's Drag Race seen someone in a lip sync wig fall off and her put it back on.
That was amazing.
That's what I want to see. I think Nikki did a wonderful job, and I would not be surprised to see her on All Stars. I think she's got a lot of talent.
I agree.
She's gonna do a lot of good things.
Yep.
Now we're left with 10 queens.
Yep.
Getting down there. I feel sad that we lost Nikki.
Yes!
Snatch game.
So next week it's gonna be a Snatch Game!
My favorite episode of every season.
Snatch Game is probably one of the best episodes of the whole freaking season. Really separates the queens from the girls.
Really get to know their personalities and kind of who they are, especially by who they choose.
Because I feel like it always kind of says something about you as a person by who you choose.
Yeah. Maybe next time we'll go into who we would choose.
Thanks so much for checking out this episode. We'll be back next week for the Snatch Game.